When we think of Titanic, most of us remember the sweeping romance of Jack and Rose, the grandeur of the ship, and the heartbreaking finale. But behind the cinematic spectacle lay real people, passengers, crew, and heroes, whose lives played out with courage, tragedy, and extraordinary resilience. In this video, we take you beyond Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, showing the real faces of those aboard the Titanic side by side with the actors who immortalized them on screen. From captains to musicians, from millionaires to unsinkable heroes, we explore the remarkable stories of those who sailed on history's most famous ship. Edward John Smith. At the helm of the Titanic was Captain Edward John Smith, a man with over 40 years of maritime experience. Known for his calm demeanor and devotion to duty, Smith commanded the ship on what would tragically be his final voyage. Historical accounts confirm he remained on the bridge until the end, ensuring passengers' safety as the vessel went down. In James Cameron's 1997 film, Smith was portrayed by Bernard Hill, capturing his authoritative presence and the gravitas of a seasoned captain facing an unimaginable disaster. Joseph Bruce Ismay. Joseph Bruce Ismay, the chairman of the White Star Line, was a controversial figure during and after the sinking. Though he helped load lifeboats, he ultimately entered a collapsible boat when no women or children were waiting nearby. Surviving the night, Ismay faced intense public criticism, yet investigations by both the U.S. and British inquiries found no criminal wrongdoing. On screen, Jonathan Hyde embodied Ismay's anxious and embattled persona, reflecting the scrutiny and backlash he endured in real life. Margaret Molly Brown. Margaret Molly Brown, an outspoken first-class passenger, earned her unsinkable moniker through her courage and leadership. Assigned to Lifeboat 6, she ensured blankets were provided and organized rowing, even challenging the coxswain when necessary. Beyond the disaster, she became a philanthropist aiding fellow survivors. Kathy Bates's portrayal in the film highlights Molly Brown's spirited determination and her insistence on assisting others, capturing the essence of her real-life heroism. John Jacob Astor IV. Among the wealthiest passengers aboard, John Jacob Astor IV displayed calm composure during the sinking. He ensured his pregnant wife was safely aboard a lifeboat before stepping back to face his fate. Astor's body was later recovered, confirming his tragic end. Eric Braeden's film portrayal depicts Astor as protective and poised, alongside his significantly younger wife, preserving historical accuracy regarding their age difference and circumstances during the disaster. Madeleine Astor. Madeleine Astor, 5 months pregnant, was rescued aboard Lifeboat 4. She returned safely to the United States and gave birth to John Jacob Astor V 6 months later. In the film, Charlotte Chatton appears beside her husband, emphasizing the couple's prominence and highlighting the strict women and children first protocol in action during the lifeboat loading. William McMaster Murdoch. First Officer William McMaster Murdoch was instrumental in supervising starboard lifeboats and maintaining order on deck. Assisting in the lowering of multiple boats, he was last reported near the forward collapsibles and perished in the sinking. His body was never recovered. In the movie, Ewan Stewart portrays Murdoch orchestrating the chaotic evacuation, a depiction that has sparked debate due to the limited historical record of his final actions. Isidor and Ida Straus. Isidor and Ida Straus are among Titanic's most cited stories of devotion. Offered a lifeboat seat, Ida refused to leave her husband. They chose to remain together and died aboard the ship. Elsa Raven's portrayal in the film's closing montage faithfully echoes survivor accounts of their final moments, highlighting their unwavering commitment to one another, even amid catastrophe. Wallace Hartley. Wallace Hartley, the band leader, exemplified courage as he and his 8-man orchestra played to calm passengers during lifeboat loading. Tragically, Hartley did not survive. His body was recovered and returned to England for a widely attended funeral. In the film, Jonathan Evans-Jones captures Hartley's heroism and the iconic final performance as the Titanic's deck listed. Lucille, Lady Duff Gordon. Renowned fashion designer Lady Duff Gordon survived aboard Lifeboat 1, which departed sparsely loaded. Controversy surrounded her survival as she and Sir Cosmo Duff Gordon were criticized for allegedly not rescuing others. British inquiries cleared them of bribery or wrongdoing. Rosalind Ayes's film portrayal reflects both her presence on the boat and the public scrutiny that followed. Thomas Andrews. Titanic's designer Thomas Andrews displayed remarkable dedication. After assessing damage from the iceberg collision, he urged the use of life jackets, oversaw lifeboat loading, and assisted passengers until the ship's final moments. Reports place Andrews last seen in the first-class smoking room without a life jacket. Victor Garber's portrayal captures Andrews's calm pragmatism and awareness of the disaster's inevitability. Noel Leslie, Countess of Rothes. Countess Noel. Leslie actively participated in rowing and steering Lifeboat 8 under Quartermaster Thomas Jones. Her leadership earned praise from survivors, and she continued supporting passengers after the sinking. Rochelle Rose's portrayal in the film reflects her hands-on, practical approach to survival and the respect she earned from fellow passengers. John Jack Phillips. Senior wireless operator John Phillips transmitted CQD and SOSOS signals until power failed. Reaching the overturned collapsible B, he died of exposure. Survivors consistently remembered his persistence in the radio room. Gregory Cook portrays Phillips in the film, steadfastly at his post, emphasizing the critical role of communication during the crisis. Sir Cosmo Duff Gordon. Sir Cosmo Duff Gordon survived in Lifeboat 1 alongside his wife. Accusations that he discouraged rescuing others were investigated. British inquiries found no proof of wrongdoing. Martin Jarvis portrays him in the film, illustrating both the partially loaded boat and the controversy surrounding his actions. Charles Lightoller. Second Officer Charles Lightoller strictly enforced the Women and Children First protocol on the port side. Surviving on the overturned collapsible B, he provided crucial testimony for inquiries. Johnny Phillips portrays him in the film, emphasizing his disciplined approach and the tension of the evacuation. Benjamin Guggenheim. Millionaire Benjamin Guggenheim epitomized dignity in disaster. Assisting others before changing into evening attire, he famously declared he would meet his fate as a gentleman. Declining a lifeboat, he perished, leaving a steward to convey his message to his wife. Michael Enson's portrayal captures his composed and resolute demeanor. Frederick Fleet. Look out! Frederick Fleet rang the bell and reported the iceberg ahead. Lacking binoculars, he relied on keen eyesight to identify danger. Surviving aboard Lifeboat 6, his alertness marked the final window for evasive action. The film accurately depicts him in the crow's nest, capturing the crucial moments before impact. Robert Hitchens. Quartermaster Robert Hitchens manned the wheel at impact and later served as coxswain for Lifeboat 6. He controversially argued against returning to assist those in the water, highlighting tensions between duty and safety. Rose DeWitt Bukater. While fictional, Rose's character is inspired by real first-class passengers and their experiences. Portrayed by Kate Winslet with Gloria Stewart as older Rose, she provides a narrative lens through which audiences can understand the disaster's human impact. Harold Lowe. Fifth Officer. Harold Lowe ensured lifeboats were properly filled and returned to the wreckage to rescue swimmers from collapsible A. One of the few to actively go back, he survived, with Ian Gruford's portrayal emphasizing his decisive actions amid chaos. Jack Thayer. 17-year-old first-class passenger. Jack Thayer became separated from his parents and survived by transferring from the overturned collapsible B to Lifeboat 12 at dawn. His detailed account has been invaluable to historians documenting the disaster. James Paul Moody. Sixth Officer James Paul Moody assisted on the bridge and at forward collapsibles, relaying orders and managing lifeboat falls. He remained at his post until the ship's final moments. Harold Bride. Wireless operator Harold Bride worked alongside Phillips in the radio room, battled floodwaters, and survived by reaching Collapsible B. He later contributed to survivor communications aboard Carpathia. Craig Kelly's portrayal captures his determination and vulnerability. Henry Tingle Wilde. Chief Officer Henry Wilde oversaw lifeboat preparation and deck order. He supervised launches on both sides and ultimately perished. Mark Lindsay Chapman's portrayal emphasizes Wilde's commitment to discipline amid mounting panic. Joseph Boxhall. Fourth Officer Joseph Boxhall calculated Titanic's distress position, fired rockets to signal nearby vessels, inspected compartments, and commanded Lifeboat 2. His expertise under pressure was vital to rescue coordination. Leonine Ober. Traveling with Benjamin Guggenheim, French singer Leonine Ober and her maid Emma Sagasser were among the passengers whose stories highlight the varied international backgrounds of Titanic's elite passengers. The Titanic was more than a ship. It was a stage for bravery, sacrifice, and human drama. By comparing the real passengers to the actors who portrayed them, we see how James Cameron's film both honors and interprets these lives. From captains to musicians, from millionaires to unsinkable heroines, each story underscores the human cost of that fateful night and reminds us that history is always richer than fiction.